All right, all right, all right. I'm alive, I'm alive. I'm alive, I'm alive. Hey everyone, happy October. Said I was going to record to you live, so trying to get a good background outside here. Enjoying the nice weather here in Georgia. But I did say I was going to come back to you in the last month, but I didn't. So I do apologize, ladies. So I thought I would do it as a way of just honoring, of course, and celebrating and continuing to celebrate the women who have had breast cancer or any form of cancer, especially since we know this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to continue through my personal development page with Rayleezy. We're going to continue that moving forward. So I wanted to just come to you all and share some things with you that I did want to share for the women. But of course, the sermon today at church was phenomenal. I loved it, enjoyed it. Thanks to Pastor Kendrick Meredith, who talked about waiting on God in the waiting period. So that's been a recurring theme in my season. So waiting on God doesn't mean you're lazy. And it doesn't mean that you're not doing anything, but it's quite the opposite. So in my season of waiting, I just want to continue to be obedient and continue with my personal development page for you all. So like I said, this is the book. I'm going to touch on a couple of the chapters today. This is the Resolution for Women by Priscilla Shirer. I want to make sure I let you all know some of the highlighted points from that book. So bear with me as I'm trying to hold the camera and flip through some key points that I did want to bring out from a couple of the chapters in the book. So give me 1 minute. I think I marked the chapters that I want to touch on. Okay. So I want to be more prepared for you all, ladies. So with one of the chapters I'm going to touch on today is more so in her first section, part 1. And part 1 talks about, and again, sorry men, but this is for the ladies. Part 1 is talking about majority of this is who I am. So the resolution revolution. So with that being said, I'm going to just touch on one of those chapters in that section. So that way you can just understand a little bit of what this book is about. And also just get you a copy because it is something I believe all women should be reading and know about when it comes to knowing their identity, who they are, and whose they are. So one of the things that I liked in her chapter under the surprisingly satisfied is talking about a resolution to be content. And a lot of times as women, we become so discontent. Sorry, I'm flipping through the book. Give me 1 minute. We just become so discontent where we are in life and what we have, or the people that's around us. We're not where we want to be, and we could sometimes get stuck in that rut. And I want to let anybody know who is in that position right now, or just in that space, to remove it and replace it with thinking and being grateful for what you do have. So I want to just share that with you all. It says the resolution revolution. So what does resolution mean? Resolution is the act of resolving or determining upon an action or course of action, method, procedure, etc. The mental state or quality of being resolved or resolute, firmness or purpose. So I just wanted to touch on that definition because a lot of times we set resolutions, usually at the beginning of the year, end of the year, to do better, be better, do more, do things differently, and then we usually don't follow through with it. So I'm here to tell you that just knowing your purpose in God, we can definitely follow through on those things because we have God at our side. So one thing I do want to touch before I get into the parts, which I'm going to cover another time for the sake of time, I'm just going to touch on the resolution revolution. And these are a lot of the things she touches on throughout her book. So I'm not going to go over all the chapters today. I'm going to pick probably 2 chapters to go through. I want to say the next 2 weeks. So have a lot that I want to cover from this book for you women, to celebrate us and to celebrate life, and not just the women but for men too, because she has a chapter in here about men as well. But the first thing she says is sorry, my arm kind of getting tired. It says, I do solemnly resolve to embrace This is the first point. My current season of life, and will maximize my time in it. I will resist the urge to hurry through or circumvent any portion of my journey, but will live with a spirit of contentment. 2. I will champion God's model for womanhood in the face of a post-feminist culture. I will teach it to my daughters and encourage its support by my sons. 3. I will accept and celebrate my uniqueness and will esteem and encourage the distinctions I admire in others. 4. I will live as a woman, answerable to God and faithfully committed to His word. 5. I will seek to devote the best of myself, my time, and my talents to the primary roles the Lord has entrusted to me in this phase of my life. 5. No, that was 5. 6. I will be a woman who is quick to listen and slow to speak. I will care about the concerns of others and esteem them more highly than myself. 7. I will forgive those who have wronged me and reconcile with those I have wronged. 8. I will not tolerate evil influences, even in the most justifiable form, in myself or my home, but will embrace and encourage a life of purity. 9. I will pursue justice, love mercy, and extend compassion toward others. 10. I will be faithful to my husband and honor him in my conduct and conversation in order to bring glory to the name of the Lord. I will aspire to be a suitable partner for him to help him reach his God-given potential. 11. I will demonstrate to my children how to love God with all their hearts, minds, and strength, and will train them to respect authority and live responsibly. 12. I will cultivate a peaceful home where everyone can sense God's presence, not only through acts of love and service, but also through the pleasant and grateful attitude with which I perform them. 13. I fully resolve to make today's decisions with tomorrow's impact in mind. I will consider my current choices in light of those who will come after me. So those are just the 13 revolution at the beginning of her book. That's what she's going to cover in all of her chapters. So I'm going to touch on probably 3 of the chapters out of her book, just to give you a tidbit and a little sneak preview of why you should read this book. Again, it's The Resolution for Women. Again, hello ladies, and we definitely celebrated and honored you all at our church today in Conyers, Georgia. We appreciate those who have gone through cancer, who are still currently here, survivors who may be still, or others who may be still going through it and battling the cancer, or the fight, and even those who have passed. So definitely continue to reach out to friends and family, honor someone, show them your love, because you never know what it is that they're going through until maybe you're going through it, or have someone close to you going through it. So we definitely wanted to just continue. I want to make sure I let that be known that I was continue to honor and celebrate those, not just for the month of October, but for throughout the rest of the year and into next year, and not forgetting those people who are battling that beast that we sometimes think is impossible to battle. But with God on your side, you can. So I'm here to tell you that you can do it. I have a friend of mine who has battled it and has come out the other end and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So just to let you all know, like I said, in 2 weeks, I will make sure that I come back to you and finish giving you the rest of these 3 chapters I want to pull out of the book from Priscilla Shirer's book. But I also want to let you all know that I do have an actual book coming out that I'm writing, so I'm in the midst of doing that in this season right now, of finishing that book. So I am doing a fundraiser to raise funds to do my publishing and marketing for the book. So definitely inbox me or message me if you want to know more about the book that I'm writing. But I know it's definitely going to be a blessing to others, and that's the only reason why I'm writing it, because I know a lot of people can relate to it and then be able to push forward through relating to it to have a solution on how to get past those losses that we deal in life with throughout our entire lives. So definitely want to just give a shout out again. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is Rachel's or Rayleezy's personal development page. Thank you for rocking with me for this past year that I started this, and I'm going to continue into the next year. I do have a book club launch that I'm going to be doing towards the starting at the end of this year and going into the new year. So I do have a Facebook page developed for that already, so stay tuned for that. If you do want to get into that, that's coming from this platform of doing these personal development to be able to now engage with others through virtual Zoom webinars once a month starting next year on a book that we're reading of different topics. So I just want to give you all those quick announcements, as well as just recognition for those who are battling cancer. We're not just talking about breast cancer, but cancer period. So it's for women and men. So one thing I wanted to just let you all know is I love you all, and then thank you so much for being a fan of Rayleezy's personal development page. You all take care, God bless, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks.